We don't have an elevator working.
We found that out.
But we are taking donations to help repair it.
That's what we brought Ryan.
Wow. All right. Well, folks, we've been in executive session and we appreciate, and we also did our stuff downstairs, our student recognition. Please stand for the pledge. Dr. Simon, you can lead us off. Administrator of the Year.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, maybe not Administrator of the Year. What is it? Administrator. Okay,
Well, congratulations. Wow.
very cool.
Yeah.
All righty. All right, we have the public comment for the Belton Chamber first.
Yes.
Congratulations, you're not sat down and you get to stand up. And you were just getting ready to sit down.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm Ryan Finn. I'm the president of the Belton Chamber this year. Just wrapped up my presidency, so it's been a wonderful run. And I'm here tonight to congratulate you on 55 years of membership with the Belton Chamber. We couldn't do it without you. The countless sponsorships, the internships, your support, joining our chairman's circle in our inaugural year has been phenomenal as well. So we can't say enough good things about the district. We understand, and myself as a pirate, we understand you're growing our leaders and our business owners and our entrepreneurs right here in this district, and we're here to partner with you. So please continue to call on us. We want to partner with you. We want to be a part of this as much as possible, and go Pirates.
I can hear Virgil in the back of my head. It's always a good day to be a pirate.
Always.
Well, thank you to the board for letting us come in this evening. We do appreciate the opportunity to visit with you. As Ryan said, I'm proud to be a pirate too, lifelong pirate, got grandkids here now. I just wanted to share with you some of the things that we've had the pleasure to work with the school district on, many of them for lots of years, like our holiday extravaganza. This was our 15th year doing that. And it started here in the Belton School District and it continues. It has grown. We sell that out every single year. The thing that I want to share with you, though, is that that event would not be near the success that it is if we didn't have the partnership with the school district. And I want to thank personally several people in the district who make that possible for us. First of all, the custodial staff that we work with at the high school is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. They have helped us with every single thing that we've ever needed. And in return, we've always made sure that whatever they wanted to get from the concession stands, they were free to get. The life skills class who has taken over doing the concession stand for us. Our vendors count on that. The shoppers count on it. And I know that the life skills class has turned that into a great project for them as a learning opportunity. And they also make some good money off of that. We've been able to donate hot dogs to that, bottles of water and condiments and many other different things to help them. This year we worked with the dance team and they came in and provided the help to get the vendors all their merchandise in, help them get set up. And in the afternoon, they came back and helped them get all their stuff out that didn't sell. And they get to keep all of the tips. We talk about it all during the day that the students are working for tips. Please tip them generously. And many of them did receive quite a good amount of tips. And then we threw in an additional $100 donation to them for helping us. The technology department, we need the Wi-Fi and those power bars. That helps us out tremendously. So thank you to the technology department. And then working with Dr. Sizemore has just been wonderful. He's very helpful. He loves that we're utilizing the life skills class. And then I can't say enough about Teresa Stocking, because she every year is the person that I go to book this event. I don't have to do anything. I just say, here's our dates, and she takes care of all of it. And she's always my go-to for whatever it is that I have. So thank you to all of those departments. And if I miss someone, my apologies, but we do appreciate the partnership on that. And then just as an update on the work that we do with the academies, we're happy to help continue to promote that. We are very proud of the work that the academies has done. We have moved our scholarship fund into using it for $2,000 this year to the ambassadors, and our board has voted to continue that donation through 2025 as well. So we'll be writing another check. And we did it in March last year, so whatever month it's needed, we'll take care of that. And then Ryan, this year we did Belton Day at the K, and one of our members, many of you know her, Teresa Deaton. She works in the pirate pantries a lot. She was the one who sang the national anthem, and we had a wonderful day. And what we did is the tickets that we sold, we wanted to donate that amount of money to the school district for the baseball program. We felt like it was the 50th year. It was a great opportunity to show our partnership and support for that. And what better way than doing it than with Belton Day at the K. So in light of that partnership and the donations that we received and the tickets that we sold, Ryan has a check made out to the school district for the baseball program that he'd like to present to you for that. And we are working on 2025's Belton Day at the K, where we're working with, to have the choir sing the national anthem this year. So we're trying to come up with a date. Choir's a little busy, so we're having some trouble getting the best date possible, but we'll be working with them to get that process for this next year, and hopefully we'll have a much bigger donation to make to the school district again in light of that partnership. So with that, I'd just like to say that I'm honored to be the Belton Chamber Director, and the partnerships that we've worked with together, the school district on many, many things. I've been named the chair for the convening organizations this year, and I don't take that lightly. I'm very proud of that. I've been on the strategic planning steering committee, and thank you all again for the opportunity. Thank you all for all that you do, growing our leaders for the next century and beyond. So thank you again for the time. If anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Who wants the money?
Thank you. Thank
That,
you.
Yeah.
You can go whoever.
Yeah, who
wants
wants the money?
Finance guy.
there we go. There's that margarita machine again.
Yes, please help yourself to these. We also have school supplies that we've collected in the office, and the other box is Belton Day at the K t-shirts that has the Belton School District logo on it. So please enjoy those. And if I don't see you all again, I hope you'll have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you.
I
Absolutely.
think we need a picture with the chamber and the board
Yes,
for the $400 donation.
yes, please.
We'll make
There you
time.
go.
We'll make time for that.
$400.
Yeah.
I would like to introduce to you our staff, Lori Kirkland. Without Lori, I'm telling you, the holiday extravaganza does not happen. And our brand new employee is Tracy Davidson. She came in at the holiday extravaganza this year. They are key players in what we do in the chamber.
So now if you guys don't mind, we're gonna come up here, we're gonna get a big picture.
No, I've been doing the same thing. Hand out awards.
Executive committee.
Yeah. We got an executive committee member that should be in the picture. We got an executive committee member that should be in the picture.
No.
Executive committee member needs to be in the picture. Just think of all those meetings you attend, you need to get the recognition. Yeah. Okay, good.
He's on a roll today, I'm just saying. Everyone here.
Don't give him encouragement. It's only gonna backfire.
Okay, thank you. 1, 2. And can we do one with some school supplies as well? Is that okay?
You're in charge of it. We're doing what you have to do.
Sorry.
It's heavy, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm afraid to ask what will happen.
All right, everyone let's hear. 1, 2, 3.
She's good.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the partnership.
This is going back on the desk.
Fantastic.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. We appreciate it so much. It's wonderful things today about the school district, middle school, civics, essay. I heard something about that. Yes. You're leading. Fantastic.
Yep. Yeah.
Nasty text message.
That looks nice for you, Ryan. That looks nice. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Let me wipe off your nose.
All righty, that was a nice event.
No,
Yay, I love celebrations.
She's got some plants for me that I have to go get.
All righty, we have, moving on to thank you notes. We have one. Thank you for the 2.
There's 2 there.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the beautiful flowers you sent for the loss of our mom and wife. We appreciate and we are incredibly blessed with love and support, the Leaper Crabtree family. And the second one is thank you for all the wonderful senior citizen Thanksgiving meals you provided. It was delicious. We are truly blessed with a wonderful school system. Our youth, the band, choir, dance team was the best. God bless each of you, Wanda Roll and Dick Pettit. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Consent agenda, Chair will accept a motion.
Motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That passes. Student rep not here tonight. So report of the superintendent audit.
Yes, as you know, each year we are required to go through an audit of our financial services. We have tonight, we have Ben, and I'm going to butcher his last name. I apologize, Ben Granke. Granke, thank you. I told him to correct me, with Marin Company. He's going to pinch hit for Philip tonight. He's been with us. You've been on the team though for the last 3 or 4 years. Am I right?
That is correct, yeah.
Yep. So we're happy to have him here. Teresa will pull that audit up and the floor is now yours.
Awesome, thank you. So I'm not gonna run through many of the numbers tonight unless you want me to. They're the same numbers, revenue, expenses that you guys have approved in all your meetings. I'm just here to highlight the opinions that we had. The audit pertains of 3 main opinions: your opinion on your financial statements, state compliance, and then a federal single audit. So first would be the financial statements, which would be on pages 1 through 3 of the audit report. It's
Wait. Please wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, it's not bringing up the Board of Education so I can mirror. Tony, any suggestions? No. It was earlier.
Yeah, you just don't.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Sorry.
You're all good.
I know, it was just there. Yeah, I can send it to you.
Okay.
We're gonna switch to another computer.
I will note that every time Dr. Arborsee's here, we have a technical problem.
Job security.
It might just be my computer because it's being dumb.
So how many times when you present, do you have technical difficulties?
This is the first one.
Of course it is.
I will say, most of the time it is through Teams now. We don't, for the most part, go out in person, so.
So we're special.
That was gonna be my follow-up question. How many have you done of these in person?
This is my second one this year. Yeah.
It's still that 500.
A couple are St. Louis. They don't want me to drive to St. Louis to present the audit report.
They can't meet you halfway.
Apparently not.
You can get it, Dr. Arborsee.
Yeah.
Couple more seconds.
I'm
The
still,
one thing I would say for record, if they're not able to pull it up, it will be available to anybody that's watching on our website. We'll have a link to it on our website. And I think you guys can pull it up as a download.
We can pull it up, but it's, we record these for our channel. So it would be nice if we can get it, but if we can't, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on, go on.
if it,
All right.
If it shows up, we'll catch up with you.
Yeah. So the first 3 pages of the audit report are going to be the opinion on the financial statements. It was an unmodified opinion, which is the best opinion that we can give. We had no adjustments, no disagreements with management, no, material weaknesses, discrepancies. So that will be the first 3 pages. In terms of the next big piece and opinion piece of the audit report, it would be pertaining to the single audit. You're required to have a single audit when you have federal expenditures over $750,000. Again, it was an unmodified opinion. That is going to be on page 45. So that'll be that is. Keep going down a little bit. Yep, that's it. So as you can see, it was no material weaknesses, no significant deficiencies. And then there was one major federal program that we audited, no findings, no internal control deficiencies. And then the last opinion piece of the audit relates to state compliance and finance. On page is 47 to 54. Again, we did not have any discrepancies there either. We did have one note to add. If you could go down to page 55, I believe. But that's it. 1 up or 2 up. 1 more for me, right there at the very bottom. Bullet point 5.5, a bond was purchased for the district's treasurer or required insurance policy issued by an insurance company that proves coverage in the event of employee theft. We have it noted that you guys have a policy of $50,000 with all the ones in schools that I've been dealing with. We've been highlighting that as of right now, this is a true, false, or a statement stating what you guys have. We believe that if you were to check with Missouri, that is going to be going up, what they're going to require for the insurance. So I think we've made management aware of the school to check in. I think that's going to be up around 500,000 that they're going to require. So I don't know if that will be a true false question is how they word it next year. And the true false questions are when you get into findings. So if that was not, if it is the case that it goes up to 500,000 and it's still at 50,000, that would be then a finding next year. So that was really our main highlight for the audit. Other than that, we didn't make any adjustments, as you guys know. So if there's any questions for me on numbers, anything else on the audit report that I can answer, I'm happy to.
Okay, no one has any question? Karen? Nope. I guess you will look at us at, for that, you'll look into that, or somebody will look into that increase.
Yes, before I ask for approval, I do want to say, like I do each year, this is a direct reflection of the work that Sheila and her team does. They've had excellent audits for several years. We have a great relationship with Moore and Company. They're in contact with each other a lot during the course of the year, and it's really been a great process for us all. So thank you.
Yep, thank you guys for being so on top of things. Makes our job easy too. So
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of Sheila. The administration asks the board to approve the audit of the 23-24 school year as presented.
I make a motion, we approve the audit.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the audit of the 23-24 school year as presented. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Thank you so much. I know we don't do teams, but that's okay. We prefer in person.
it's always good to see you guys in person too. So thank you.
FY25 budget amendment.
Yes, you should have it attached and have a hard copy in front of you. I'm going to go over some of these numbers, at least to what I could see. When I was presenting this budget in June, I started stumbling reading numbers and I figured out I can't see all the numbers. So hit you hard and hit you quick. So, oh man. So I want to go over and remind you, we're going to go to page 2 there, Teresa, if you would.
I gotta send it to Tony because.
Oh. Well, if you have it, we're going to be on page 2 and talk about why we do this. If you remember, we had a board meeting at the end of June 27th, I believe it was, where we presented the proposed budget. And our fiscal year runs July 1 to June 30. It's ironic that that's how it runs, when we have the majority of information that goes into determining our revenues is not known until well after that. So bring you back this first amendment in the fall, because we'll have a lot of information that we did not have at the time the preliminary budget was approved. Starting out, we'll go from the top of that sheet down to the bottom then. Our assessed valuation. This was not a reassessment year. But we did see growth of nearly $31 million in our assessed valuation. A lot of that would have been due to personal property and new construction that the district was able to capture. So that is good. We approved the tax levy at the last meeting in September. So you can see those numbers have been adjusted. And then at the last meeting in August, we approved the tax levy at the last meeting in August, along with the ASBR. And so the beginning balance numbers that you will see there in Fund 1 of 24 million, just over 600,000, those are official numbers and not just what we were projecting at the end of June. We had over $9 million left in debt service. So for a total then of our beginning fund balances in Funds 1 and 3 of $33,966,011. So let's go down and talk about revenues and the changes that we've seen in revenues. And one thing I did want to highlight, we have talked for several years in revenues, how our state formula, our basic formula money is based on student enrollment. And as we all know, we have been in a period of declining enrollment for several years now. if we were ever going to break that trend, this was the year to do it. And we were able to capture in our membership 13 more kids than the previous year. So for the first time in my career, we will be estimating our attendance based off what we will believe it will be this year. Now, the importance of that is when you go into your basic formula, we receive weights, more money basically for more kids we have in free and reduced lunch, special education, and limited English speaking students. So we are the levels that we are able to capture in free and reduced doubled this year. That's what we're able to count. So in our basic formula money, we are going to pull in $1.1 million more than what we thought we were going to in June. So it was a great time to have a stop in that enrollment. It wasn't a big increase, but it was enough to really make a difference. So I feel very fortunate about that. We also had some increases in our federal grants. We had a little bit more in IDA and title than what we were originally projecting. So you can see what we were projecting in revenues in funds 1, 2, then 3 and 4 in June based on where we're at right now. So we feel like you see that we're going to be up just a little over $1 million this year over what we thought we were. Our expenditures, and I won't read all those numbers to you, but a big reason for doing this is the first time we've been through a real payroll. It's a projected payroll with including the insurance increases and having, I wouldn't say we have all of our people hired, but we have a lot more people hired for this first payroll that goes into these expenses than we do at the June time. So you can see our projected expenses at this point for December. Look at our estimated fund transfers. Looks like we're going to have to transfer almost $9 million out of Fund 1 into Fund 2 to fund that account, and that's a salaries and benefits account. And we'll make a transfer. We have a transfer right now, $1.2 million into Fund 4, our capital projects. If we were to end the budget today and spend every dollar out of every account, again, that's worst case scenario. Part of our planned deficit spend, we would have a fund balance of just over $20 million, leaving us 29.68% in fund balances. The board's goal has always been 20%. Obviously, with the ESSER funds and the COVID we've been through, we've been as high as close to 40%. I firmly believe, based on history, that 29.6 is going to end up between 33 and 34%. So that's just based off history. We typically leave 3 to 4% in the budget that goes unspent. So feel very good with that change of basic formula dollars about where we're going to be. That was real positive news. I feel like it's going to leave the district in a good position. I'm going to flip over to that second sheet. These are the graphs then that you've seen that kind of explains where our revenues come from. Our basic formula money is just under 29% of our total budget. Local taxes account for almost 44% of our budget. And then you can see that Prop C is 8.7. The grants piece used to be with the ESSER money as high as 18, 19%. That's now kind of come back to what it normally is. That's your federal money. That's 10%. And then we have some miscellaneous revenue, which food service would be a big part of that at the 8.57%. I'll remind you the budget summary on the right side is a breakdown of our largest expenditures. And as we know, people are our largest expenditures. That accounts for just over 70% of our budget is our people. So you can see that breakdown as you go through. And then the bottom graph is our expenditures, where you can see that our largest expenditure is on our certified teachers fund at 48%. And then the general is 40%, but that includes all the certified all the non-certified teachers in that as well. So then behind that, you will see the updated numbers, our ledgers of our revenues and our expenditures that we base these graphs off of. So the administration asked the board to approve the December 12th budget amendment as presented.
I'll make a motion. We approve the December amendment as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the FY25 December budget amendment as presented. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? That passes. Thank you. Horizontal advancements.
Yes, just have one for you this evening. Ms. Whitney Hall, the administration asked the board to approve horizontal advancement as presented.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the horizontal advancement as presented. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Committee updates. MSBA,
I don't really have anything other than when I've announced earlier dates. We have a lot of bills to read and look at, but Jerry, do you have anything from your regional meetings?
I do not. No changes yet. I'll have a board of directors meeting in January and maybe I'll have some information then, but it's not till late January. But other than that, it's nothing. I haven't heard of anything. So, okay. Educational Foundation.
Okay, next week we'll have a board meeting, which will be followed by some grant awards, and we'll give that information out at the next meeting since we don't want to spill the beans on who's got those awards. It's kind of quiet right now, getting ready for the new year to start. We're looking at different ideas for the gala theme for next year. So look for that coming soon. I think we'll do that at our January gala committee meeting. And so that's kind of it now. You can always donate before the end of the year if you need something for your taxes.
Okay. Belton Cares and You Matter Belton.
Belton Cares, we're not meeting in January. So if you have the 20th on your calendar, that's a free afternoon. So just take it off there right now. We're going to have our town hall meeting January 15th at High Blue Wellness at 5:30 p.m. That is our next big event. And then in February on the 26th, I believe, let me look and see. Yes, we'll have the youth forum, much like we had last year, where our youth will present their concerns and issues and ask the community and work with them. Directly before that, Belton Cares is partnering with MoDOT, and we're going to have a teen safety summit where we will have schools we're inviting all the high schools from the county, and then Lee Summit and Grandview, since some of their addresses are Belton addresses or come close to that. And those will both be at Memorial Station. So that's going to be a long day for me. It's going to be a long week for me because we're going to follow that on Friday night with trivia night. So those are the things coming up with Belton Cares right now. So that's all I got for that.
All righty. Anything from the city that we're aware of, sir?
After an hour and 16 minutes of watching online, they just talked about their budget.
All righty. That's enough. Advance.
Buying new trucks.
There we go. All right, board filings started Tuesday on the 10th, and they continue until the 31st. Anyone? Miscellaneous states? Nope. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say we have 2 open positions. We have 2 incumbents that have signed up for those positions at this point.
Okay. Yes, we have. Miscellaneous dates. December 18th is the staff holiday reception, 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Yoakum cafeteria. December 20th is the end of the first semester and the second quarter. December 23rd to January 3rd as the holiday break. December 31st, as we spoke earlier, is the board candidate filing ends at 5 p.m. January 6th is no school, teacher workday. And January 9th is the Board of Education meeting, our next one, at 7 p.m. Any dates that the chair missed? Okay, and we're going to skip the next part because we're going back into executive. Did you have something? Okay, well, we will close out the, let's see, we will just adjourn,
To adjourn back.
adjourn the back into executive session.
I would make a motion, we adjourn from the regular meeting and reconvene in executive session.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn back into executive session. Any discussion? Seeing none. Jim?
Yes.
Karen?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Teresa?
Yes.
And we're back in executive. Thanks, folks.